Created out of a need to fill a void left by shrinking school budgets, the Long Island Children's Choir became an opportunity to teach children who love to sing the lesson that when faced with a problem, don't just sit back and complain. Become part of the solution.
The Long Island Children's Choir is a choir that has an added aspect to it, which is that it's called Choir for a Cause. So we do lots of community service events for the children. And this year we started a grant application where we reached out to a number of nonprofit organizations to find one that would be just right for us to fundraise for at this particular event.
Tonight's concert and fundraiser at the South Huntington Jewish Center, a combined performance of the Long Island Children's Choir and the visiting Bach Children's Choir from Toronto, Canada, will raise money and collect books for the nonprofit organization the Book Fairies based in Freeport.
We chose the Book Fairies because childhood literacy is such a great project and something that the children could really relate to.
Can I have those?
Long Island mom and Book Fairies founder Amy Zeslansky wanted to share her love of books, as well as her overflowing library, with children or their parents who might not have the financial means to build their own private library.
We started about 3 years ago, and it started because I found out that 2 teachers in Hempstead were raising money to send books home with their students over the summer. They were concerned their kids didn't have any books to read over the summertime, and they didn't want them to lose any of the academics that they had gained. So when I had found out about that, I know with my community we have a lot of books in our houses. We're very fortunate. So I asked my school district, the Belmore School District, to run a book drive for me with all the books to be donated to Hempstead, and we were amazed that within a short week we had over 3,000 books that came in. So it was a light bulb that went off and said there is an obvious need for a middle person who can help coordinate book drives in schools so that way families can clear out their houses of all the books that they don't need anymore. The kids grow out of them at such a high level. And then we have the group that's within a couple miles radius of wherever you live on Long Island that are considered high need. And so it's an easy moving of books from one community to the next community. To date, we have given out close to 135,000 books within the 3 years.
In terms of the Bach Children's Chorus, they are a world-renowned choir that was going on tour, and we were very lucky that they chose us to collaborate with.
Our conductors told us that they're a relatively new choir. This is only their 2nd year, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to perform with them because even for such a young choir, they still sound really, really good. Like they sound as good as us who have been performing way longer than them.
It's going to be fantastic. I listened to them last night, the rehearsal, and they sounded amazing. It was a beautiful pairing of the American choir and the Canadian choir together.
Last night the children had a rehearsal together, and in fact also Amy from the Book Fairies came to sort of speak to them and explain the project that they were fundraising for. She brought them to tears, a few of them. It was really very moving.
We're singing 2 songs together. The first one is Grow Little Tree, and the second song is Tell My Ma, which is an Irish song, I believe.
The children really loved singing together. A number of the Long Island families are hosting the Canadian families, and it's been quite a fun experience for us.
They are doing such amazing things with building up the program of music that the schools aren't able to provide anymore. So by doing the Long Island Children's Choir, they're offering this opportunity to students, and I was fortunate that they chose the Book Fairies as their grant recipient for the concert for this year.
Our choir choir is just really grateful for this opportunity to sing with the Long Island Children's Choir, and we really like New York. It's a really friendly, beautiful city, and we look forward to possibly singing together with this choir again and visiting the city again, because it really is a lovely place.
Long Island Children's Choir will soon be holding auditions for the fall season. If you'd like to learn more, go to lichildrenschoir.org. For more information about the Book Fairies, go to thebookfairies.org. For Push Pause in South Huntington, this is Greg Blank.
I look to you.